Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. In this video we will talk about one of my favorite functions, and that is first non-blank value. So this is not a function that is very often used, and I found out very recently for this function because I received one request that is unusual for Power BI. A goal was to compare two Excel files and to pull one value from another without having any dimension tables. Both tables were fact tables, so many-to-many relationship was and this can be sometimes tricky. I needed results fast, and this is function that helped me. So it reminds very much on a lookup function that we have within Excel, and that is very used function, very popular in Excel. So I think that this will be very useful for you if you are working with Power BI, because you will definitely get one of these requests. So let's get started. Now, to explain you how this function works, I will use my IT service performance dashboard that I built earlier. So before we start, let me show you my dataset that I will use in order to better understand how this function works. So let's go to my datasets, and for this example, I will have two tables. So one table is with historical projects. Now here you can see a list of all projects that we completed or are in progress within our company. And as you can see from here, we have project ID. So this is one project, and then we have client names. So basically here we have a couple of clients and that we are working with. And also we have assignee persons who worked on these projects. And for example, as you can see for Contoso client, John and Mary are working. If we go down further, we will see that John is engaged. So let's check down further, John and Mary. So as you can see, we prefer as company to assign John for this client because he is most familiar with. Now then we have a list of new projects. So let me go to new projects table, and here we have new projects that we got, and we need to assign someone who will work on these projects. Now best persons for it will be the ones that already worked with this client, because they know client best and their approach, how to work with them, contacts, and so on. So what we want to do is on this list of new projects to create a new column, assignee column, that will assign all persons that are working for these clients or have been working with these clients. And best way to do that is using first non-blank value function. What that function will do is it will compare these two tables. So it will take this first line. Okay, let's check client name Contoso. Let's go to historical projects and let's check who worked with Contoso. So we have John, Mary, then we have John. So what we'll do, okay, this is first match. We have client name Contoso, who was assigned John. So John already worked with this client. We can assign John, and then in this new projects table, in assignee column, we will have John, and same approach will be for all other clients. Now let me do that. So here we will create new column, and now let's name it assignee equal assignee equal to, and then we will start with calculate. And first expression will be first non-blank value. Now here we need to provide column name and expression. Column name, okay, it's easy. We want to pull value from assignee column that is in historical projects. But for expression, what we will pull for expression? What is expression? So let me just go to official Power BI page for this function. Here it is, first non-blank. So let's see what it does. It returns the first value in the column filtered by current context where the expression is not blank. So it means it will pull first value that is not blank, first non-blank value where filters are matching. So let's scroll down. So return value will be a table containing a single column and single row with the compounded first value. Okay, it's not quite clear. It's not easy to understand after this description. But if you would like to get more details about this formula, you can visit my blog. Let me open it. And here it is. And if you go to DAX tab, I have here 2 articles, and last one is understanding first non-blank in Power BI, and here you have more description, more examples how you can use. I have several of examples, and as written here, it reminds on lookup formula that we have in Excel, and here it's short description how it works and why it's similar to lookup. Best use case, getting a value across many-to-many relationships. So for example, if you have 2 tables, 2 fact tables that you need to pull data from one to another, then you can use this function. So you have a lot of examples, more description than on Microsoft Power BI page, and when to use it. And also I will leave a link in the description of this video so you can check it, read it if everything is not clear. So let's go back to Power BI file. Okay, and second argument will be expression, and as expression I will simply add 1 because 1 stands for true. So if expression is true, then we want results. So let's close parentheses. Now filter, so we will use filter function, and now we need table name. Table name will be historical projects, comma. Now expression will be where client from historical projects is equal to earlier, so we will use earlier DAX function, to client name in new projects table. Let's close parentheses and once more. So here we have earlier function. This is not very often used, but what we'll do is it will get current value from client name column. So it will go row by row until it finds a match, because here we have equal sign. So we are comparing client name, and then we will go through each value within client name in the new project table until we do not find match. So let's enter, and we got results, no error detected. Now let's check. Contoso, John, Fabricam, Alice. Let's go to our historical projects. Contoso, John, Fabricam, Alice. Let's see, I think it's correct. Fabricam, Alice. Okay, Adventure, John, Sky, Peter, Adventure, John, Sky, Peter, Sky, Peter, Adventure, John. Same. So it works. We got expected results. This function helped me a lot when I have to replicate one Excel table into Power BI. I mean, I hate doing this, but you need to do what you're asked to, and this helped me a lot, this formula, to get results easiest and fastest way. So I hope that you like this video, that this was helpful. This is not a function that is often used, but I can definitely say that this is now one of my favorite function, because a lot of people used to work with Excel and they just want to compare some 2 Excel files to pull one value from another, and this is one of the best way how you can achieve it. If you think that this is useful, that I help you, don't forget to like. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. You can read some articles on my blog, and of course see you in one of my next videos. Bye.